In the previous session, we discussed about floor plans, drawing, how to draw a floor, how to draw a roof. We did not discuss. Today we'll do that. How to do a ramp, how to do a stair and railings. Today we will continue that with in the circulation itself. If you see in the circulation, we did see ramp, we did see staircase. We'll see a little bit about railing also, and then we'll move for roof, also ceiling. If we have time, we'll cover this, but I think we'll stop until importing a CAD file into AutoCAD. And also I will give a sample file. I don't know, there is a requirement from Cloud Campus to make you submit a small project kind of thing. I'll explain that in later, but let us go to today's topic. So we have seen how to draw a staircase. Like let's say I have a floor. We know how to draw a floor like this. And if you want to copy this floor, just copy, paste, align to selected level, next level. So we are having 2 floors, right? And we can adjust this any way we want. If you want to decrease its size, you can just decrease it. I'll just make it shaded or realistic. Then, as we've discussed, just go to VG or VV or VG, and you have to, if in case something is bothering you, we can turn on or off. In this case, let me turn off the levels. So I've turned off the levels so that I can see clearly what's happening. And just go to level 1 now. So if you want to draw stairs, as we discussed, select stairs. We have multiple types of methods to draw stair. But the first method, every method has landing, run, landing, and support. But this method is it's a manual method wherein you have to draw it manually. Like after selecting this, you have to select your levels, and also you have to give your inputs so that you can draw. In this method, as you can see, we can draw 22 stairs. These 22 can be drawn in any direction. Like say, if you want to draw from here, just start and make sure it's straight. So as soon as you go to 11, you can see there is a indication that 11 stairs are there. You can just come straight like this for a landing and finish it off like this. Finish. Then you have your stair. If your measurements are correct, you have a staircase that is aligned like this properly to this level to this level. Here, if you are giving a proper measurement, let me go to left side or change back. So you can see if your measurements are correct, these should align. All right. What if you have 3 landings? Sometimes you may have 3 landings, right? The same for 3 landings. Let's say if you are creating 3 landings for 22, let's say first time I'll go for 8 or 6, something like that. Then something like this. Then from here, I can start. Like whatever your design is, you can just give your landing in that direction. So this will look like this. So no matter how many landings you have, you can just draw with this method. This is a manual method. And also, as we discussed, these are customizable. Whatever the staircase your type is, and also how these things should look, you can customize. Same goes for the different stairs as well. Like these types of stairs. But there is one more staircase method, which is complete manual. That is, you can sketch your staircase. For that, you have to give first boundary. Like say if you're having like a V-shaped staircase, let me show like this, something like this. This is what your boundary is. Then you have to give your path. you can draw in any direction. I just wanted to mirror it. You can just take mirror also. I can just select this axis for my mirror. Now I have to connect these two things. What I've done is I've just selected the boundary. Then I'm sorry, this zeroizer. Then I am going to draw stair path. Like what is the distance between my stairs? I can offset this or I can do manually if in case the risers are of different sizes. So anyway, this is a customized method. So I can just put randomly also, it will take like this, whatever your requirement is, you can draw. Like this, then finish it off. If you are having any errors, it will show the error as invalid. You can just continue it like this. So sorry, I have to delete these things because stair path, but these are not stair path. These should be risers. I'll just take riser and just draw like this. All right. I'll just take 3 or 4. That's it. Just for viewing purpose. Something like that. Let's finish it. Sorry, there is some, I don't know. This. Let me redraw it. I'll just take a boundary first. Draw a boundary like this. Then I'll take a riser. Some 3 or 4 risers. Then I'll give a stair path. So it starts from here and it's going to end here. Now let's finish. Let me take it once again. Like this. Let me take this as a stair path. This. Again. So we are taking boundary. This is boundary. Let's take this riser. Let's take a stair. This is what the stair direction is. So yeah, I've done the boundary in the closed loop, but it seems the boundary should not be closed. So here you can see the third method. With this third method, you can see it's completely customizable. I'll just show once again. What I've done is I've taken, I'll just show once again. In the architecture, staircase is the manual staircase. So in the first boundary, I can give whatever the shape I like this. Like this, whatever the shape is, I can give some random shape. Then I'll go to riser and draw the number of desired stairs. But this last time maybe it didn't touch riser. Maybe that's why the error is there. Here also same, it should touch. Then I'll take one more riser. It should touch both the boundaries like this. No matter how many risers I give, it should touch. Then the stair path, either it should start in this direction or this direction. The path I'm giving this direction. Then I'll finish it off. You can see form a typical, not a typical staircase, this is a customized staircase. You can see the shape. The requirement is like this. You can use this manual staircase. Then we'll move for railings. So, okay, we have done staircase. Now, what if this is a floor and I want to create a railing for this floor? You can just go to any level in which you want to create the railing. Just go to this railing option. You can go to sketch path because we are not placing the railing over here. You're sketching the path. The same options are available for railing also. You can sketch with all these options. You can either pick line or you can draw the line. I'll just go for pick line. And if you're trying to place with the distance somewhat inside, you can just choose an offset. I'll give an offset of say, let's enter. And as soon as I go to this place, you can see we have railing inside. If you want the railing on 4 sides, you can just give. Like this, finish it up. Then you have your railing. This can be drawn anywhere. Like say, if you want to draw a railing over here, it can also be drawn. There is no restriction. Railing of the system, it can. So here also for the railing, the same. For example, if you want to customize this railing, select the railing. You can go to edit type. You can just select the type of structure here with tile structure. Here, if you have any profile, you can just give the profile height, profile offset, and the type of profile it is. Like if it is a C-shaped profile, you can give the profile, hit apply, hit OK. Then the profile will be changed to C-shape. And also this is a top rail. And also baluster. These are called balusters, right? So if you want to change the position or size or shape of baluster, you can change it over here. So here you can see the name is rectangular baluster. If you want to give another type of family, you can just select over here. If you want to make it a round baluster, you can select the round option here. And what is the base from where it should attach? Here host is our floor. It is going to attach to floor. If you want to attach to one more element, you can just give it over here. And the top is top rail, right? If you don't want to attach to top rail, you can just unselect this option. So after giving all your options, after giving all your inputs, you can just hit apply. OK, apply. You can see there is a change, right? We have the circular baluster. Like for example, if you want to place a glass over here, that's also the same procedure. Go to baluster placement. So here in the baluster family, if you find glass, select that glass, hit apply. Hit apply. OK. So you can find a glass. Here there is an error because we did not like customize properly. But that is a method. That is a way to apply glass for our balusters. So these are balusters and this is our railing, right? Railing is pretty simple concept. It's not that difficult. If I want only the railing to be deleted over here, go for filter, unselect everything. So we have only railings, right? Hit OK, just delete it. Now our railings are deleted from our project. All right. Now let me just quickly make walls first. In this direction. Here same. Now let me see it all. I want to cross check until where these levels are going. So this is going until level 2. First, let me just drag these levels outside. If you want to drag, just click on any level. All right. On any level, you'll find a circle. Just drag this circle outside. You can find the extension of these levels. If I want to increase the number of levels in the datum section, I can just select levels. Either I can pick line or choose line. I can just choose line, and now I want to give an offset of 4000 mm. Why? Because this level is 4000 and I want to create one more level of same. So I'll just create few more levels over here like this. Now double will come out of that command. I just wanted to create a floor also here. Pick line or pick wall, whatever you can choose, and choose this rectangle in order to cover the whole wall. Make sure that everything is okay. Now select all or control all. You can just copy, paste, align to next level, that is level 2. I'm just copying into level 2. This only this particular floor I want to copy next level, that is level 3. Now it looks like a structure building. Only thing balance is I just wanted to place a door over here, some door, or I can import a door also. Door family, yesterday we've seen, right? We have a catalog of doors, external doors. I'll just choose the appropriate door for this. This looks okay, and I've imported this door family to my project. This is okay. I can insert it over here. Now, if I go to 3D, you can see there is a door. All right. Now, I want to do something, that is, I want to create a roof-like structure for this project. So we have seen what a floor is, right? This is what a floor, but the topmost floor is called as roof, right? Here in India, this is okay. In most of the cases, we call it roof and that's done. But in some of the countries, Western countries especially, they have a special requirement wherein they have roofs. They provide roofs because whenever it rains or it snows, that snow has to melt and fall outside of the building. That is their requirement. So they provide roofs. In India also we find those structures in like coastal Karnataka regions and also in Kerala and some tropical climate conditions where we use these type of roofings. So we have to like now modify or create these roofs. For that, let me go to level 2 first. So my requirement first is I have to draw a roof over this structure. This roof is not possible with our floor plan. We have to go to option called roof. So for that, let me go to level 2. Go to architecture, roof. We have multiple methods to draw, but consider only these two methods. This is when you are creating something called massing, where we will discuss that later. These three mostly, I will also show that, but mostly we don't use them. But let's discuss the first method, that is roof by footprint. For this method, you have to have the actual footprint of area, like the picture shows, right? There should be a footprint. For such cases, you are going to use roof by footprint. Let me take roof by footprint, and here you can select, as usual, the type of roof you are using. The thickness and all is going to be predefined over here. Or if you want to customize also, you can customize by duplicating. Then in the structure, you can add your layers as per your requirement. Then with this set, and I know the roof is going to start at level 2. If I want to have it at level 3 also, it's possible. I'm in level 2, but if you want to start your roof at level 3, it's also possible. Now you can give the values that are defining the roof, like say base offset from where it should start. The cutoff we'll see later what it is. And also rafters, if you're providing a steel roof, you have to give this option. But let me restrict until now, until this point. I'll take this rectangle command, just give it for the whole roof or the whole area, finish it off. Let's go to 3D and see how it looks. Right? Roof cannot be done with normal flow. You have to use this roof command. Here you may ask how how do I have a structure like what you call tiles, right? The terracotta tiles. For that you have to create the materials first. Right? Let's just try to create some material. I just go to Google. Will download the type of tile I'm looking for, roof tile. So I'll just pick an image that is suitable for me. Some pattern that, okay, this may work. You have to give the proper representation. I'll scroll and see. This may look okay. I'll just open in new tab. I'll save it as, okay, this is from Pinterest. You cannot save that. Everything's from Pinterest. I'll just save it somewhere on the desktop. You have to make sure that whatever the image you are downloading, you are saving in the proper place and also the place accessible by the system. Why? Because say, for example, you are downloading a picture of a representation or a material, and then you are saving your project in your system. For suppose if you are trying to send this project to someone else, and if you are not locating or giving the location of that particular image, the image will not be displayed over here. So let's create material. For creation of material, you have to go to manage. In the manage, you see something called materials. Click on the materials. Here, there are certain default materials available in your system. But right now we are creating something that is not available in our system. For that, you have to go for create new material. This new material should be renamed as our tile. Okay. Now, so here's what BIM is different from other softwares. You can do this in AutoCAD or AutoCAD also, SketchUp also, 3ds Max also. But these inputs, who is the manufacturer, what is the cost, and what is the model type, if you have any keynotes, such things cannot be given in other softwares. So that is what specialty of Revit, and that is what makes it a BIM enabling or a BIM enabling software. Here we have two options. One is graphics, the other one is appearance. Graphics is how this material, chosen material, is going to look when it's in 2D. Like if you select any color here for its representation, that material will look in that particular manner. And also the transparency and all. We have two methods over here. One is foreground and other one is background. Foreground is how this material is going to look when it's on the top, and also how this material is going to look when it's on the bottom. The cut pattern is whenever you are taking a section with this particular material, how it's going to look when it's in foreground, how it's going to look when it's in background. You can all define these things. Certain companies follow certain procedures for this. It's better to go as per the companies, but you can change or choose the colors over here. In the appearance, this is what important to us. We have color and image. Go to image, click on the image, just go to the file location. In the color, again here, we have to select the appropriate color. This color is okay. So we have given color and image. Now we can select all the properties of this image, or if you select double click this image, you can still have each tile size. So this is what it is going to reflect. So the image is going to repeat for every 300 mm upwards or rightwards. Okay, from where it's going to start. That is what the reference size of your image. Hit apply if you're satisfied. Hit OK. Now, in order to apply this material to our roof, select the roof. We have a generic roof. As I've said, if you want to apply this material to all the basic generic roof of 125 mm, you can just go to edit type. But if you want to create some specific roof type, you have to go for duplicate. For me, for my current requirement, it's okay. So I'll just go for edit type. Here, you have the structure and its thickness. There is something called material, right? And if you click on the material, there'll be 3 dots over here. Just click on the 3 dots. Whatever the materials are there in our project will be displayed. So this is a recently created material that will be there for the display. Choose the material, hit OK, hit apply, hit OK. As soon as we scroll down, we can see that material is being applied to our roof. This is how we are going to give materials to our roof. Or you can create any material like for furniture, for doors, for windows, for walls, whatever the material you are trying to create, you can create in this method. These are just for reference. This may not be accurate while you render, but there is another method or like what do you call the whole Revit model can be sent to the rendering engines such as V-Ray and all. There also you can apply render materials. There are the rendering output that you get in V-Ray is more accurate than the nominal rendering in Revit. But this is how you apply materials for any given object or element in Revit. You have to go to manage and you have your materials catalog. You can just add any material. You don't have to do that every time. For example, let's say you are trying to draw a wall over here. Here, if you click on wall, just go to the tab in the structure, you find many materials. Here also, if you click on this material, you'll find the catalog of materials. Here also you can create new material. It's not that you have to always go to manage. You can create in the element itself. Okay, so we have seen the first type of roof, that is roof by footprint. Now let's see what is roof by extrusion. For this, let me go to any elevation. Let me say, let's go to north is not visible. So let's go to south elevation. In the south elevation, we are going to see a door. So I want a protrusion or a type of shading for this door when people are going to enter. That shading I'm going to make in the form of roof. For such cases, say for parking areas or like what do you call podio, for such areas, we are going to use this roof by extrusion. So this roof by extrusion can only be drawn in elevations. So or a plane like structures. So here I'll just pick a plane. This plane is this direction, and the level I'm going to give is level 1. So after selecting the proper plane, that is plane is nothing but if you are having two lines in x and y direction, then that is going to be your plane. Just imagine plane as a piece of paper. So here this is the plane I want to draw my roof. Then I can select any tool that I want to draw or give a shape. So for my requirement, I'll just select the center point like this. Later stage, I'm going to delete this center line. I'm just using this for my reference. Just give it a line like this because this will not draw or cannot draw because the roof should always be finished or connected. So I want to mirror this. And after mirroring, I'll just select finish, or you can do one more thing. I'll just offset this or copy this. You can just offset this with the distance of say 100 mm in this direction, in this direction. And last thing is you have to Connect all the edges. These edges are connected, right? Connect. I just draw line from this here to here and select it until here. After doing everything, you have to just finish it off. Okay, the problem here is the roof is of 125 thickness and we have given of 100 mm. So that is error on my part. Let me just extend in this direction and extend in this direction. Now finish it off. Okay, there is an open. This roof is open somewhere. Let me check all the edges so that I'm sure that just okay. The roof thickness is not valid in this case because it's taking a generic model, generic method, and the 125 mm which we have given, it's not pure 125 mm. It's going to be created in 150 mm plane. So if you want to create these type of roof, you have to just give a shape. That's it. You can the method I've shown, you can also draw with that method, but that is not possible here. That is possible with something called model in place. We will discuss how we can draw such instances in model in place also. For now, I'll just select roof by extrusion. I'll pick a plane. So this plane is okay for me. I'll just select level. Then I'll just take a reference. Delete this line. Select this line. I will just so let's go to 3D and see how this thing looks. This is not visible because I'll just do one more thing over here. Select this wall and this wall. You can temporarily hide these two walls by going to this spectacles. You can see the specs, right? And hit the hide element. Select this wall also. Hit the hide element. Now these things will be there in our project, but they are temporarily disabled in this particular view. You can just scroll it in both the directions until wherever you want. Let's say I am going to view this in right view. You can see this is where our wall is going to start. So the distance is, let's say, 2000. I can just 2000 and stretch it. Now after moving, I want to get my walls back. Just hit the spectacles again. Go for reset temporary. In that way, I am going to have my roof. So you are clear, right? If you want to have your roof only by drawing, you can just go for this method. This is not on the roof levels. These are for side levels or where the requirement is low. It will be formed with the help of a sketch. But roof by footprint is more like a top level or the upper roof level. So this is roof by footprint. I'll go to level 3 and show this is roof by footprint. For example, I'll go to elevation. This is what the top height of your roof. I can extend this to any level. So here there is something called plumb cut, right? How this thing should cut. By varying this type of cut, you can just give the height or shape to your roof. I can go to 3D. Now you can see it's being extended. It can also be extended in 3D as well. All right, but let's go to elevation again. This is at 1200 feet. Now let me change it to 12,000 to say 7,000 feet. Our roof is here. What if I want to cut this roof? I want to restrict this roof until level 4. Then I can select the roof. Just go for cutoff level. Select level 4. The roof will be cut until level 4. You can see right here like this. Now, if you want to build a wall here, it's also possible. Wall architecture from level 4. I'll just select level 5. You can just draw a wall like this. But here, this wall, if you want to make it inside, make it finish face exterior like this. So the wall will be outside like this. So this may be for chimneys and all the stuff like that. And moreover, if you don't want that much height, you can just go for unconnected and say base offset is 0, top offset. Instead of unconnected, you can just give it like 2000 mm. So this will be restricted. This you may put chimney, whatever your requirement is. And also some villas, what they have is they have a cut like this. Upon that, they will build one more level. That is also possible in this method. Okay, so and I'll just show one more option. Our roof, right? Our roof is in level 4. Level 3, sorry. Now, this roof, what if I want to edit this roof? I'm in 3D and let me go to level 3. I want to edit this roof. You can just go for edit footprint. Now, you can see here, this roof is going to, yes, roof is having, this is called slope, right? Slope is on 4 sides for this roof. And my requirement is I am going to have slope on only 2 sides. That is this and this direction. I want to cancel the slope on the both directions, north and south. I can just go to the level in which the roof is there. Go to edit footprint. Just select the line in which you want to edit the roof or edit the slope. Select that line, give the right click. Just uncheck this toggle slope definition. If I click on that particular line, you can see it's slope. Right click it, just click toggle slope definition. Now your slope will be applied only for these 2 directions. Finish it off. Let's see whether it's true or not. Right, it's only applied in 2 directions. Now what I can do is select this wall. It's if we want to extend this wall to this level, okay, just go for attach top base, select this top. This wall is going to be attached to that level. Same, select the wall, attach top base, select this roof. So it's going to be attached to that level, whatever the level is. This can also be increased or decreased. So if it's increased or decreased, the wall will automatically change its size. Any doubts in this one? Sushiju, Mr. Vinay?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, sir. Any doubts?
Yeah, sir. In that roof by footprint.
Yeah.
If in case if you need to give little projection for that edge of the roof,
Yeah.
how
I'll
how can be done?
So I'll just select the same roof. Go to edit footprint. As soon as I go to edit footprint, this is not working. Let me just go to level 1 and draw new roof. Just go to roof by footprint. This is in level 2. Select any method or any tool you want. There is something called offset over here. Right? In this offset, if you want to project and the projection is on 4 sides, give that projection distance. That will be present. Let's go to 3D. So there is no wall, so you cannot observe, but thing is we have given the projection, right?
Okay.
Let's say this roof itself. Let's go to level 3. Roof by footprint. We have the offset distance of say 300. And you can select pick line or the option which you want. As soon as I select, you can see the distance is automatically present. Now, if I go to 3D and check, is a projection. This projection can be used for multiple purposes. Like let's say I'll go to roof, and if I want to present some extension below this roof, this is only for wooden structures. Why? Why do they provide this for wooden structures? This in wooden structures, what happens is there will be a gap between this projection and where the wooden wall ends. So there is a chance for birds or something like that entering. So they will provide an additional wood for covering between the roof and the wall. That is what roof by soffit. What is roof by fascia? Fascia is nothing but if you want to, like, let's go to this surface, this edge. If you want to give a plumb structure, a complete structure of different material or the same material of this wall for this roof, you are going to select fascia. And what is roof by gutter is if you want to provide a gutter to collect rainwater or the moisture or whatever the snow that is received, you can go for fascia. Let's say I'm going to select roof by fascia or roof by gutter. So this is what gutter is, and you can select the gutter profile over here. Select the roof surface. You can automatically see a gutter. Here you can just in the MEP what they'll do is they'll just give a piping. What roof by fascia does this? Texture roof by soffit. Let's see what soffit does. So it requires a new type of structure. It's not going to accept for walls. Maybe other type of structures it may accept. So let's go to roof by fascia. Let's say whether it's going to accept or not. See, you can see here it's accepting this. Is normally the same material of this wall or this roof. Mostly it's wooden. So this is especially designed to avoid anything entering in between the roof and also wall. It serves as a barrier. Okay. So these are the options for roof. This we'll see later. Clear about roof, right? Now let's go to level 1. We have our floor plan and all. What if a building has a false roofing? That is called ceiling, right? Ceilings can we draw here? No, ceilings we cannot draw here. There is a separate plan for ceilings. This mostly will be done by the interior designers. So whatever we've done until now, we've drawn in the floor plans. Only for ceilings, we are going to use the ceiling plan. So if you are going to draw a ceiling plan for level 1, whenever you create a floor plan, automatically there'll be a ceiling plan, except for site. The site does not require ceiling because site doesn't have ceiling. Inside will place materials such as parking lots and trees and all. For that, there is no ceiling, right? That is why there is no default ceiling plan for that site plan. So apart from that, whatever the level we are going to create, we are going to have a ceiling plan. So in the ceiling plan, the beauty is it will be exactly as the level plan. So Just one calculation. Whatever the level we are going to take for the ceiling plan. I'll just take a model line. Whatever level we are going to take from the ceiling plan. Let's say this is, let's take this line. So this is 4000 mm. So if your ceiling plan is a 3000, starts at 3400 mm, right? Yeah, offset is 0. This part, this is where our whole MEP will be functioning. So you have to be always mindful and contact the MEP engineers as well if you're working on a huge project. What is the accessible area and what is the area they require? They require at least 1000 mm to operate, because here we may not see, but in this given place, so this should be at least 1000 mm from this point. In this area, we are going to see pipes for heating or ventilation, and also ducts, and also fire protection pipes, and also various electrical cables that will be running between these places, because this is what the ceiling will look. This will, whenever we enter a building, we are not going to see this ceiling. We are only going to see this ceiling. This is the working place between this level and this level. This is a working place for all the MEP professionals. All their connections are going to pass. So one thing you have to be mindful is what is the distance we are going to give for them to work. So I'll go to level plan. Here I want to create a ceiling. For that, I'll go to ceiling plan. Here we have two methods, automatic scaling and sketch ceiling. Automatic is just placing the ceiling, it will be done. But now if I want to have a sketch, I have to go for sketch ceiling, select the tool, and you have to select the type of ceiling you want, generic or grid or plain, whatever that is. Finish it off. You have your ceiling. Let's go to 3D and check. So it's not going to be visible. Again, I'll just go for this hide element so that you can see our ceiling. You can see the ceiling. This is what a ceiling is. So same, if you go to ceiling structure, it's all editable. All the properties are there. Its thicknesses, it's for this particular ceiling, it has two structures. Metal stud layer, that is the layer in which metals are there. That is not visible, by the way. It's there by its thickness and all, materials and all, but it's not visible. But only the plaster wall that is there, that is visible. Revit is most of all representation, right? So that is why they're not going to give the stud that is going to connect the ceiling and the false ceiling and the roof or the floor. This is for representation, and the representation is done like this. So this is for normal ceiling. What if your ceiling have two levels? So let's say I'll show that one also. Go to edit boundary. So this is a complete ceiling. And what if I have a circular area like this, which is cut? And this cut is going to have one more level. I'll just go to level 1 and go to ceiling, get ceiling. Now I'll just pick line. So this height I didn't see. First thing is this height is 2600 level. Now I want to increase the height. Just go for ceiling. So 2600, right? Now I'll increase to 3100. Select line, pick line. Select both the lines, finish it off. Now we have full ceiling. Right? If you want to connect this also, it's possible. Let's go to level 1. So these are the two types of ceilings, and the first height is 2600, the second height is 3100, right? Difference is 500. I'll go to wall architecture. We are in the ceiling plan. Remember, we have to always be in ceiling plan. Here we have certain type of wall that is called interior block work or interior partition type of wall. So you can choose this wall, or you can modify its properties depending on your thickness and all. Then you can just select pick line, this peak line, and now the most important thing is it's in level 1, but it should start at 2600. Top constraint, you have to make it unconnected. The height is between this ceiling and this ceiling, 2600 to 3100, it's 500, right? I'm going to give the height of 500. Now select pick line, go to 3D and check whether you have formed wall or not, right? You have formed the wall, right? I'll just hide this element also. This element also. So you can see properly. Right? We can see there are 2 levels and we can see the ceiling. Now, if you want to, like for the representation purpose, give a the location of lights, it's possible. Let's go to insert, load family. The lighting, architectural lighting, internal lighting, you have to choose the only architectural lighting. You can just select any lighting fixture like this for representation only. Pendant lighting, or there are multiple types of lighting that are like the suspended lighting or whatever requirement is. Let me select the suspended lighting. Architecture, in the component section, it will be there displayed over here. Now you can place as many fixtures as you want. This will be displayed. If I go to 3D, you can see it's displayed. Architectural lighting and also table fans, all the elements that you normally place from the ceiling is available over here. That is accessible only via the architectural ceiling plan. So that's what, and that's how you are going to draw the ceiling plan. Okay. Now let me just go to close all the tabs. So by the way, this tabs addition is only from 2019 version only. In case if you're trying to attend the interviews, they may ask what are the year-over-year updates. Like say, for example, you are putting an experience of 5 years. So you have to be thorough of what are the additions in the recent 5 years. So every year Revit tries to add on few elements year over year. You have to be thorough. Like if you're using 2019 version, you find these tabs. But if you switch to 2018 or 17 version, these tabs will not be there. Likewise, small, but additions will be there. Every year they'll try to add 1 or 2 few options. I'll just delete this one also. So make sure that I'll delete everything. I'll reset, delete them also. Now let's see how you can import an AutoCAD file into Revit. For that, let me open my files. Let me open any elevation. This is a sample project. It's not visible. Okay, no problem. I'll just create a file from the sample file. In order, if you have any doubts or if you want to refer any file that is available in for the reference, you can always go for a file that is readily available in Revit. In order to access that, I'll just try to open. If you just scroll down over here, there's something called sample file. You click on that sample file. These are the sample files that are available in Revit for us anytime. So these are predefined files. So if you have any doubt regarding any option, you can just select these sample files and refer. I'll just go to any level. First export. Export we'll see later. For time being, I'm trying to export. Okay. So we have our sample Revit file over here. Okay. There is something with the change. In the change in AutoCAD settings, that was an issue, but this is what a sample file in AutoCAD looks like. So if you want to import this AutoCAD file in Revit, yeah, what you have to do is you have to go for Revit. Okay, just go for insert. Okay, then you have to go for import CAD. Wherever the file is, select the file, just hit open. Before that, what you have to make sure is these units should be same of your importing units. That's the only thing you have to. So it will not delete because it's pinned over here. Just unpin, it will be deleted. So the same for our files that are there. I'll just go for our files. So these are our files. So I'll just select any elevation file. Before that, let me go to our elevation. So I'll just delete all the remaining elevations. I have only one elevation in my project. Now, what I'll do is this, I'll just import the PDF file or import the CAD file. You have to scroll to its location. Whatever I'm doing, just try to repeat because I'm going to give this particular file folder for the practice. I'll just select any elevation, irrespective of the elevation, just select, but make sure that the units are matching. Then you have to unpin and move it closer to the location. You have to select this align command. Okay, AL is the align command, or you can just select align over here. So this has to align over this, and just select this point to this point. Sorry, it's reverse. This point, so it will be aligned. Now we have the first level. So based on this level, we are going to create multiple levels. All the levels can be created from the datum section, right? So this is a reference project. So make sure that you do exactly as per the standard procedure or the standard available inputs. First, you have to go to level any elevation, and you have to choose the side or the elevation drawing that is appropriate. Like say we have 4 elevations, you have to select east elevation and give the east elevations drawing over here. And the best thing is after that you have to select the level option, and you can see there is a ground floor level over here. Click on that particular level and you have your ground floor level. Likewise, the first floor, click on that level, or you can just pick line. Just pick line, you have your first floor. Like that, you have to create all the levels first. Then the first level, whatever the level is there, you have to again go to insert. Just go for import CAD. We have our ground floor plan. Open. Close. Wherever the ground floor plan is there, first thing is you have to unpin this. Then you have to move it between the 4 elevations. If it's there, it's okay. If it's not there, also not a problem, but it is good to have our drawing between the 4 elevations. Now, the most important thing you should do is you have to always place all the drawings in a perfect alignment. So this is first level. This is second level. We have deleted that, so it's showing us level 7. So no matter how many levels are there in our project, you can see these levels are there in our project. Every level has its own CAD drawing. So every CAD drawing should be placed on its respective level. How do we know that they are aligned? Why should it align? First thing is Say, for example, there is a shaft. This shaft has a wall. This wall is going to continue from level 1 to level 10. So in order to draw a wall in one floor and you can just extend this wall to 10 floors, what you have to do is you have to make sure that all the levels are aligned. How do we know? We don't know at the beginning. We have to make it in an alignment. For that, once you place the first level, you have to go for this reference plane. And you can just give X and Y direction based on your columns. Just select any two columns that are there in the project. So these are the two columns that are there. And I want to take these two columns as a reference. Why only columns? Because columns are going to be same throughout the project. So I'm just selecting these two columns. So here we have the level 1 drawing in level 1. In the level 2, we are not going to have the drawing, but we have the reference plane. So now I'll just go to insert again, load family, not load family, just insert import CAD. Ground floor is over. Now let me take the first floor. Open. First floor will also be load. First thing is I'm going to do unpin. Now move it and just drag it until here. Select this align command. First point, first point. Second point, the second grid line. We have alignment. So level 1 is aligned, level 2 aligned. We can go to 3D and check. So these are two levels. Ground level and first level. Both the drawings are aligned. The 3D is also aligned. Sometimes this may like as you've seen in the levels, this may also have a hindrance in our project. You can just go to VG anytime. You can switch off, turn off this CAD drawings in the imported categories. By turning off all this, we will not see any levels. Why this is important? Because let me show. So here we have two levels, level 1 and level 2. And there is something common in these two levels, that is this particular wall. I'll just go to architecture wall. I'm not measuring here, but normally we measure. I'll take realistic, click it somewhere, draw lines. Now, as soon as I go to 3D, you can see whatever I've drawn, that is there. So if you are having all the plans and all, it's going to be confusing. So it's out, right? CAD plans when you're in 3D, the same for elevations also. In the elevations, as you start to build one by one, you can see the wall is there. As you start to build one by one, it will be hindrance. So you can turn on, even in the elevations also, you can turn on and off in the imported categories, the CAD drawings, like this. Only whatever you want, you can see and you can uncheck. Whenever you require, you can turn on again. So this is a typical apartment based out of Middle East. I will give all the CAD drawings in WhatsApp. Just try to finish this drawing because I don't know. Cloud Campus are making a mandate that you at least try to have one small project. So if you have any free time in coming days, try to complete this project. I think with this, I will end today's session. If you have any doubts, you can ask.